Hello, hello, and welcome, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message from our guides for November 20th. Let's see what we have coming in. What do we need to see, know, and expect as we navigate our way throughout today? All right, coming in with our first card, we have been given the Five of Cups, followed by the beautiful card of the Four of Wands. That is coming in next with the Ten of Pentacles. And our final outcome card for this reading is the Two of Wands. Let's see what we've got. So I am working with the Sacred Power reading cards, oracle cards this week. And we've got the card Retreat. So we all know what retreat means. It means pull back, take a time out, breathe in, breathe out. This is a card that says, you're creating space between you and a particular issue, which will give you a better perspective. Your mind will become focused and clear towards your goals and desires, and best course of action will come in. Your soul might require some solitude right now today. Maybe you need to reflect and escape from interference and detach from a group or family conflicts, and do it without guilt. Finally receiving peace of mind in stillness and sunshine. Moving yourself from any drama today. Step out of that box. Stop and smell the roses, okay? Don't promise to hold secrets you can't keep today either. Privacy is required, as matters need to be approached delicately and diplomatically, even if you want to shout them from a rooftop. Take a step back or disconnect from technology today. You need to spend more time maybe out in nature. So, your affirmation and your mantra today should be, I am clearly aligned with the Earth's natural rhythms. I am able to process empathy with minimal disruption to my mind, body, and spirit. So even if you're at work, okay, take your time out for your lunch, for your break. If you can open a window and breathe in from fresh air, if you can get out, even if you get out on the street and you live and you work in an office in a city, you can still look up at the sky, okay? Take yourself to that center, walk and breathe and unwind, get rid of the stress of the office. This is how we retreat. Or if you can find a quiet place, you can block out the noise, the white light, and do some meditative work, okay? Just clear your mind. You've got the Five of Cups coming in with that. That is the card of, I say crying over spilt milk, thinking and reminiscing about past regrets and disappointments and the how comes and the what ifs. And, this is a card that says don't lose yourself in that energy for too long, because we can get caught up in that negative, toxic energy, and it can really ruin your day. So we often fall back and we start to reminisce. We start to think about, the disappointment and how come it happened. But we can't change it. It's crying over spilt milk. It's history. It's done and done. So wipe up that spilt milk, my beautiful Pisces, my fellow Pisces, and let's move on in a more positive direction. You may be retreating. You may be thinking about something in your past here with this retreat card, okay? But allow yourself to know that there's a new beginning and the sun is going to come out and tomorrow's a brand new day. Coming in next, we do have the card of change. So, something may have happened where you are feeling this feeling of, of loss or disappointment. And now you have to change things. You have to look at things in a different manner, okay? Being more open-minded. Change and growth can come in with that, okay? Maybe you're walking down the road of change and it allows you to see where you have been and where you're going now, right? So you might be falling prey to the past, but you know that there's a new beginning. Past issues and mistakes are, come in, but we can make better choices today, okay? And we need to just surrender to a new beginning. Beginnings are often described as painful endings, right? And we need to focus on these new life changes. Okay, so right now there is change in the air and we're moving quickly into the next cycle of life, whether it has to do with our world news, our economy, our jobs, our personal lives, whatever. Changing our circumstances in career, habits, family, finance, relationships, locations, ideas, and beliefs could be possible today. Any of those things could be coming in for some of us. Be open to these possibilities, right? Because there can be a beneficial outcome. But we need to be positive. We're adapting maybe to our new surroundings, and it may take time, okay? We may be relieving ourselves of any anxiety by removing our resistance to the universal flow. And when the winds of change slow down and the dust begins to settle, we need to reflect on how far we've come. So today, with this card, our affirmation should be, I move through life with ease, reflecting on each learning experience with love and understanding. I surrender my fear to the universe with freedom. Change and taking ourselves into a new direction. All of that, if we're careful and we believe, can lead us to celebration here. Having a firmer foundation, feeling more secure. You might be, looking into something new today and wanting to feel more secure in your space, your home. Feeling secure within yourself. But this can also be the card of celebrating a beautiful event or an occasion. Somebody could be returning or moving back to home, getting back to your roots again as well. You could be buying, selling, renovating, or moving to a new location. Coming in next, we've got the card Soul Journey. Well, with change, right? And thinking long and hard with our retreat card, probably doing some self-reflection and inner work on ourselves. This is a card that says, we're moving in a new direction, soul direction, feeling it within ourselves on a heart level, right? So this is a card that says, don't be afraid to move forward, right? Right now, maybe we're experiencing a life lesson, and whatever the outcome, we know this lesson is for a reason, even if we're unaware of it. It is important that we become mindful of our experiences and acknowledging decisions and actions that have led us to this moment. Maybe we should ask ourselves, what is it that I need to learn from this situation? How am I affected by it? What can I do that will help me correct this negative course of action? How can I improve my soul's connection to my higher purpose? What can I do to support humanity? While we may be unable to see a way out of our circumstances right now, this will pass, and we will soon be shown the reason for recent events that have happened. It's important to recognize the value of our experiences and resolve past issues and patterns from the experiences of lessons learned. We need to co-create a beautiful life with new perspectives. The choice is up to us. Where do we want to go from here, right? So this is a prayer that comes in with this card, and it says, through the light of God, I ask for my will to be recognized by the highest order, guiding me upon my life's journey. So, Mother, Father, Mother, Father, healing angels of the and universe and of the divine, whatever you want to refer this to. Know that you're on a soul journey. We're all going through some changes right now. Okay, the whole universe is. We know that we're going through some sort of a new development, a new beginning. Things are happening in our world that we've never ever seen happen before, and we're all going to feel the results of that energy. Now, coming in underneath that, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And it means that if we recognize our soul journey, we learn to adapt, we accept this change, and we let the past go to accept a new beginning, we're going to end up with this Ten of Pentacles. This is happiness. This is security. This is financial security and a good foundation. This is good relationships with those in our circle, our soul pod, our families. Beautiful card of success. Wow. Coming in at the end, we've been given the card, the truth. So standing in our truth is very important, but also hearing about something that could be a truth that's coming in that we need to accept, we need to listen to. It's all meant for our greater good when we do. So we need to disarm our ego and face our fears right now. Okay? So maybe some of us are feeling stagnant. Paralysis caused by feeling stagnation, being stuck in the past, trapped within our circumstances. Ultimately, the lower self takes us out of the present moment and we stop truly living properly. Focusing on the past causes barriers to reaching our highest self's guidance and inner being. So we need to let go and walk out of our ego. Walk in spirit right now. Be mindful of others' masks too, because we're not seeing or accepting reality or the truth of a situation. Beware of that wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody could be spreading something that we were falling prey to, and we shouldn't listen to it. Okay? Accepting the reality and the truth of a situation is what's important. What is our lower self teaching us now? Recognize our emotions when they arise. Accept them without judgment. Release them with love and gratitude and act appropriately. So we have to just let go of any animosity, any anger, any regrets, any revenge, any of those feelings, right? And this is our affirmation. I am creating peaceful experiences. I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without judgment. Okay, we all feel those feels, right? Okay, our final card is the card of the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is, I always look at the Two of Wands as a card of duality. Moving forward and accepting that we might be partnering up with somebody. Okay, this is about balance, and it reminds us of the power that comes from the combined efforts of people from different backgrounds. Dealing with that. All of our hard work is really starting to show rewards. In fact, it's time to expand our efforts and take things to the next level. It's more about the short-term future, okay? The long-term concerns will show themselves soon enough. We've taken a few chances with great success, and we should continue to do so. Let's take a closer look at what's worked for us in the past and keep those lessons in mind. We can dream big, my friends, so let's do it. So you know what? This is all about excellent foresight and excitement about the future and joint and creative endeavors. I said partnering up here, contracts and business agreements, success through hard work, and it is a controlled progress. Okay, but we could be planning a journey to go physically out somewhere with ourselves, with others, with a partner, perhaps. It could be business trip, it could be business, and it could be business and pleasure combined. But I do think that working with someone is going to be important this week, the right person. Well, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces, my fellow Pisces, I wish you a great remainder to today. But before we finish, we're going to add these other cards. Let's see what we have here in addition to this reading. This looks like a really positive week. We're learning things. We're moving on. We're going through change again. Oh, that's a big surprise, right? Us Pisces, we always go through change. Well, the top card that came out is love. We're going to take it. The next card is time management. We've got forgiveness brings peace, and we've got clear out. What's on the bottom? Money fluctuating. Okay. Well, I think we're going to feel love. Definitely, that was a card we needed to hear and see. We're being mindful of our time management. We want to get things done in an expedient but a successful and correct manner. We might be forgiving ourselves or somebody here, right? We're on a soul journey here, and we want to stand in our truths. And we're getting rid of what this change is creating us to get rid of what isn't working for us. Money could be up and down this week. Okay. Well, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful one. Always know, my beautiful fellow Pisces, that I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon.